Alright, so today we're going to do a little bit of a comparison and review on this guy right here. This is the Star Wars Vintage Collection Migs Mayfeld, or Bill Burr. Come on, let's be honest, it's Bill Burr. Now, I don't collect 3 3/4 inch action figures. I do have some like actual vintage 70s and 80s Star Wars figures and ships and things that I've got a collection of, just because, you know, it reminds me of being a kid. I've never bought any of this new vintage stuff or the retro stuff or any of that stuff. I've never bought any of that, and I have my reasons for, you know, wanting to pick some of it up, which I'll say that for another video. But today we're gonna open up my very first vintage collection. So this is the guy we got here. And I love the packaging because, of course, it's just, you know, old school, you know, 80s Kenner packaging. You know, I mean, it's a little bit different, obviously, but in general, you know, it's all there. The nostalgia is all there with the bubble card and everything, and it just looks great. It's just a great package, and yeah, I really like it. And again, you know, I've got some reasons for wanting to pick some of these up. But, I mean, honestly, the reason I wanted to pick this one up first was, you know, I mean, it's Bill Burr. And I'm a huge Bill Burr fan. I think the guy's hilarious. And in addition to that, I really like the figure itself. It's just a cool costume with the helmet and everything. So, yeah. So we're going to crack this guy open and see what we got inside. Okay, so here we have him, and as far as accessories go, he comes with a gun, and he comes with a helmet, and that's pretty much it. So we've got the helmet here, and of course you can pop the helmet on him, and he looks pretty cool. And then of course he's got his blaster, and that's pretty much it. But I want to take a look at the detail and sculpt on this thing, because I got to be really honest, having never bought any of these before. I mean, this is really, really nice. For a figure this small, it actually does look like Bill Burr. I love the detailing on the armor, the dirty, grungy, scarred up parts, the detailing on the figure as far as just the suit and the legs there on the boots and everything. Just the detail and the little bits of dirt and everything. I mean, the belt. I mean, I know some 6-inch scale figures that don't go in and detail paint the belt like that, and that's really, really well done. I mean, it looks really, really nice. And then of course he's got his holster over here, so you can put the holster in the or you put the gun in the holster like that. So he's got that there. As far as articulation, you know, you got single jointed elbows and knees, so knees go to there. Elbows actually do pretty good for single jointed. You do got rotation there at the elbows, just like you do at the knees. You can turn there. You got rotation there on the feet. You got a diaphragm joint there that he can turn. His head's actually on a ball swivel, so it can move around there. Shoulders are on a ball hinge. They don't really come up much. Okay, if you kind of get the armor piece on his shoulder kind of up under his armor, it does come up a little bit there. And then of course we've got rotation on the hands. And yeah, I mean, look, this is really cool. I gotta be honest here. The amount of articulation that's on a figure this small is actually really good. I'm rather impressed just from that alone. Honestly, the articulation isn't as much of a big deal to me, although very impressive, as just the level of detail on the sculpt on this thing. Everything from the face sculpt to the details on the armor and everything looks really, really good. And then of course we got the helmet there, and that looks amazing. Really nicely done with all the little kind of battle scars and things like that on the helmet. You've even got the little details in there in the helmet at the back. I mean, really, really nice. Really well done. This figure is really well done. Very, very impressive. Very impressed with this figure because, again, 3 3/4 inch figure with this much detail. Again, there's some details on here that you don't even get. Oh yeah, and we got rotation there on the upper thigh as well. You don't even get this level of detail on a lot of 6-inch series figures, and so very, very cool there. All right, let's do some comparisons here real quick and see how this guy stacks up. So here we go. All right, so first up, we're going to throw them up with some other vintage, like actual vintage series Star Wars from way back in the day. We got Bespin Han and Leia, we got Chewbacca, IG-88, Darth Vader, a Stormtrooper, then we got a couple of custom Boba Fett's that I got from a couple different places. I don't even remember anymore. One of them might have been Stan Solo, I'm not sure. We got the little blue, clear Boba Fett, and then we got the Boba Fett painted up in his original first appearance in that horrible, horrible Star Wars Christmas special. But I do like the colors on that one. And look, you know, Migs is definitely more detailed, but I think you put all these guys on a display together, I think it looks pretty damn good. All right, so just to kind of compare him to what the majority of my collection is, which of course is 6-inch scale with some 7-inch scale worked in, we got a couple of Black Series on the left. We've got, of course, the Mandalorian, Din Djarin, and on the right we got Boba Fett. And I mean, honestly, the thing that impresses me the most about this is that the level of detail on Migs at 3 3/4 inch is just as good as the level of detail on these two larger Black Series figures. Alright, and finally we've got him next to my 1978 original X-Wing that actually still works. And he looks great, man. You know, you got Luke there in the cockpit, you got Migs right next to him. I don't know, helping him get loaded up. I don't know, but either way, this thing looks really cool. Alright, so all that's left to talk about here is going to be the price. And I picked this guy up for $11.99, 12 bucks at Target. And I'm very happy with that price for what I'm getting out of this figure. I mean, this is a great little figure for 12 bucks. So yeah, great price. Now, as far as the figure itself, I mean, I love this little thing. I gotta be honest here. I can't wait to open up some more packages and do some videos on these just to crack them open, because I'm really impressed by this first figure. I mean, the level of sculpt and paint and details, and again, just the head sculpt and everything else is amazing on this for what I would consider a cheap figure, price-wise, and something this small. This is really, really cool. Now, is this figure going to make me quit collecting 6 and 7-inch scale stuff? No, it is not. Am I looking forward to having a nice little collection of 3 3/4 inch vintage figures? Yeah. Yeah, I really am. I gotta say, I've been very impressed with this first one, and I am definitely looking forward to more. So, if you guys out there are Star Wars fans, or maybe you're just looking to pick up some cool figures and you're tired of spending 20, 25, 30, 35 bucks a figure, and you just want to pick up some cool stuff for a good price, this is definitely something worth picking up and definitely something you should check out.